Next, let us talk about the other topic of how to fill in the blank cells and why do we fill it. Now see, this is, let's say for example, this is a dictionary database. Just think of it having 4 columns. So a word is there, its meaning is there, and remarks is there. Remarks is something that is not available in every column. So some columns are blank. I want to put something in place of the blank columns. I do not want any blank columns to be there in my spreadsheet. And this is actually a requirement for a database. Some databases do not like to have blank columns. So instead of having a blank columns, you may write something like say nil or maybe even NA, not applicable kind of a thing. So let's say for example, I want to put NA in each of the columns. So what do we do? How do we do it? What is the best way of filling the blank columns that are there in your spreadsheet? The best way is, one way is, I mean, if you're not a pro, you can do one thing, you can start copying and then pasting, something like this. So you can start copying and pasting. This could be a way. But this will take you a lot of time because you have got a total of 1,29,000 entries. And if you are doing it one by one, just think of how many hours you are going to spend just copying and pasting. So this is not the best way. So the best way is that you first simply copy this cell. So I'll press Ctrl C, I'll copy it. So the best way of filling the blank columns is to copy the cell, the content of the cell that you want to fill in all the columns. So let me just simply copy it. I'll press Ctrl C for this cell and I have this column copied. Now, while it is copied, I'll go to my home button and here I see this option, find and select. I'll go to this place. I'll go to, there is this option called go to special. So I'll go to special and here in the pop-up I have got quite a lot of options. You can see this. So I have to select this blank column, but before I select it, I did a mistake. I did not select where I'm going to copy all of these things. So let me do one more thing. Let's do one thing, copy it and select the whole column. So let's say for example I'm here, I want to copy it from here to the top of all the column D. So I'll select the whole of column D. How do I select the whole of column D? I will press Ctrl Shift and then down arrow button, sorry, left arrow button. This will take me here, but if I go to the top, if I do Ctrl Shift Home, I will have everything selected from this, but I want only column D. So I will keep it only up to D. So my column D, everything, whether there is text in the cell or not, all of them is selected. Now that is selected and I already have this content copied, as you can see. Now I'll go to find and select, go to special, and I have got this blank option. So I'll select this and I'll say OK. So when I said OK, what it did was to select only the blank cells that are there in column D. So all the column D cells that are blank, that does not have any content, they are selected. And now you know that I have already copied the text that I want to paste in all of these things. So what I need now to do is to simply press enter button. So I'll press enter button and all my blank cells are filled in with the text that I wanted to do. Now you can see this. Now if I go from top to end of column D, it will go to the end. It is on the end. No column is blank. Wherever it was blank, they are all filled in with NA. So that is how you fill in the blank columns in a spreadsheet.